G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing the game which was between Geelong and Port Adelaide. And Port got the job done by 6 points in the end at GMHBA, much to the disdain of Cats fans and myself. Yeah, it was a poor result in the end, but how it got to that, it was interesting, and it's really hard to get a read on this game because we obviously got blown out of the blocks pretty early on. Port's first win at the category since 2007, so it's been nearly 20 years for them to get their act together. Those losses frustrate me immensely because they just never win down there, and then when they do, it's generally a long time between drinks, and it's a famous victory somehow, but we can still beat Port at their home ground, and it's just another win for the Cats because they're a good side. But wrong side of the coin this time, and you can't win 100 in a row at home against the side. So it is what it is. But takes us to 7-2. Got a bit of work to do, and especially in that sort of midfield mix, which I'll sort of touch on throughout the review. But the start, unfortunately, and I'll talk about the game sort of in sequential order, but the start was more than horrific, really. To concede 8 goals on your home deck in the first term is pretty woeful. We weren't able to pressure them at clearance. They were super clean at clearance, and then they just went forward and basically scored with ease. So there was a lack of pressure from the get-go. Kind of had a feel like players just thought it was going to happen. How we got 8 goals down is, how we got to conceding 8 goals. We did get to 49 points down. Is pretty stark. Backline was under siege because there was limited pressure on the midfield, and to be fair, with no Bruin, no Dangerfield, and Bowes rested as well, it was going to be pretty tough. And maybe we thought Guthrie was a bit more further along than maybe he was with his rehab, and he's been out of the game a long time. Third game back, he was superb back in his first game, but then always that second game's really tough, and still just taking his time to get back into it. I'll talk more on individuals a bit later. But it was gobsmacking. The crowd was pretty rattled. I was like, what is happening? And then we got to 49 points down in that second term, and I'm thinking, what are we doing? Can we wake up? It's a pretty big occasion. I mean, it's an important game, also big occasion, and we didn't step up to the plate when it really counted. And whilst we gave ourselves a chance to win late, I mean, the game's lost pretty much here. That first half where Port were just dynamic. I mean, credit support as well. Like that, they played pretty well. But I think, if you give any team time and space like that, you're going to get towed up. So it was just a bunch of blokes in Port Adelaide jumpers tonight that got that done. But if you did that to any other team that's semi-decent, you would get torn up, and we did. Just going through some of these goals just makes me go, we could have stopped that. But our inability to pressure, our inability to defend, our inability to want the contest and pressure the ball carriers was on display. Unfortunately, there was some slack defensive moments like Kane Farrell. They're always going to handle it to Kane Farrell, 55 out, and he kicked 2 goals, and it's a goal, the difference. 2 preventable goals quite easily. Willie Rioli, I don't know who's playing on him. I saw Cole Jasny on him at times. And then, other times he was just by himself because no one wanted to pick him up. So, just lots of really easy goals that we weren't able to prevent or mitigate, which was, pretty frustrating. Any other craziness here? Horn Francis obviously tore us a new one. Didn't really have an answer until we got Mullen on the ground to sort of tag him. I don't know why we weren't tagging him to start off with, or did we tag him and it just didn't work. I wasn't paying that close of attention to who was on him, but just more so he was just winning it. But yeah, second half was good, and whilst I'm incredibly frustrated and hate the result, I'm very pleased with the fight back, and I know we'll never give up. We'll always have a crack and have a dip. That third term was very prolific from us. We were able to fight our way back into the game. And it's just amazing when you start to win a contest or two, you start to win a clearance or two, and not get straight out the front going the other way. I don't know how we didn't block that going into that first term, knowing that that's what Port do and that's their bread and butter. I don't know how we didn't have a sweeper to sort of stifle that movement. I know they're pretty quick. I know they're quite evasive, but it was just way too easy. We just weren't switched on. Didn't come to play, at least early. That was, and we were able to score quite well when we did get inside 50. Like, we looked really dangerous, but we weren't able to stop it when Port, won the clearance. Which, I mean, if you get field position and not a lot of pressure, you're going to get a pretty heavy return on the scoreboard, and that's a pretty heavy return on the scoreboard, I would have thought. But I felt like our mids went to work. They worked really hard. They brought us back into the game. We got field position. We started to get some really good turnover game going off half back. And that was definitely something that was lacking that first term. We just couldn't win the ball back off Port, and that's probably where most of our score comes from. It's definitely not from the midfield. It'll be mostly from the back line or front half turnover. So, the either end of the spectrum, pretty damn good, and I'm sure the inside mids are absolute workhorses, albeit if you compare it to most other midfields in the AFL, it's chalk and cheese, unfortunately. We've been able to cover for it by pressure in the midfield to win the ball back and cause a turnover. I don't know how sustainable it is. I did flag that a few weeks back, either in-person chats or could have covered it in the review. That's not impossible. So, what a game. You would have loved it as a neutral fan because most neutral fans don't like Geelong, so fair enough. Port fans would have been up and about. The heart rate would have been sky high as well. But I mean, proud we gave ourselves a chance to win the game, but I'm just pissed off at the result, really. To go down by a goal and whenever you're in a tight game and you're at the mercy of calls not going quite the right way, I mean, holding the ball's all over the place. Don't know what you have to do to get holding the ball. Probably some that we didn't get paid against either for us, but I mean, you can just have the ball for 10 seconds, be tackled, not get rid of it, and that's fine. They need to fix it up. And also, I'm pretty sure for the longest period of time, players get the ability to say when advantage is on. If they clearly stop or clearly indicate, no, I'm gonna stop, then advantage is not paid. But I would have thought under any circumstances, if you're charging out of the midfield, it's a free kick. That's always advantage. But once it's in your forward line or you've got a chance to score, we'll take it back. So I don't know if that's an overcorrection from the grand final where they may not have heard the whistle. They kicked it inside 50, rush kick. But that needs to be sorted out ASAP because that potentially had an impact on the score because Cameron kicks a goal off that advantage. I don't know how it's advantage to us to have a kick on a tough angle out in the boundary versus Cameron kicking one from the goal line. So, and Clark's decided to go. So, again, I'll be called salty for going through umpiring decisions late. But, I mean, it's only... I'm sure when it's your team, you'll be in the exact same boat. And I'm not saying that we would have won if Cameron kicks that goal or the advantage gets called. We lost the game here, but I still think you were good enough to give yourselves a chance to get back into the game. We're good enough to give ourselves potentially a chance to win. Cameron kicks that. It's 1 point. There's still 2.5 minutes to go, maybe 3 minutes to go. I'd back us in to at least be able to get a score on the board. But we weren't afforded that chance, unfortunately. Yeah, Henry, he also had to execute. He missed. Thought we already did the hard work, but yeah, that's the thing. If you don't give yourself enough of a buffer, and that's what Port Adelaide did. They got 49 points up in that second term, so they had a buffer. Geelong were always going to come back with a bit of momentum. I didn't expect us to get back as close as we did. I thought it might be, that 3 or 4 goal margin support by the end of the game. But yeah, that's the thing. You're kind of at the mercy of a little bit of luck, a little bit of umpiring, a little bit of skill on either side. So that's why, yeah, you'd rather get out to a bit of a buffer so that you've got that slack, that room for a mistake or two, like Port did, because Port, they made mistakes in the second half. We were able to get on top. But unfortunately, yeah, a lot was left to a bit late. Port did well to stop scoring in that first 7-8 minutes. They might have got the first, I think, in that last quarter. And then, yeah, we were able to fight back, but yeah, it just was too far gone, unfortunately. All right, numbers-wise, Port plus 53 with the ball, so they definitely started off with it first more often than not. Inside 50s, we definitely got some ascendancy there in that second half, which is a tough night on disposal efficiency. Usually that's over 72, 73%. It wasn't. Efficiency inside 50 Port were definitely very efficient that first half. And we were able, I think we were efficient all night, but we just couldn't, get it up forward enough. And when Port did, it was devastating. Hit outs, Port got the job done there, plus 5. Clearances, Port obviously towed us up there, especially early in the piece. It would have been scary to look at the centre clearances, but they won the centre clearances by 2, won around the ground by 7. Field positions very important. Did well to win the contested ball, but Port's pressure was really good, I must say, and ours took a little while to get there, but eventually the pressure was mounting big time. But it got killed on the outside, as we can see here, and we saw that especially early on in the piece. Turnovers more from Port, so we want high turnover numbers. That gives us a good ability to score. Marks that, this bit annoys me as well, like especially out of a kick out. We can never ever find a target, so I don't know if we're not working hard enough or opposition's just doing their normal defence, but we'll let the first mark and then the second mark and then they're on the wing and then they take another mark at half forward, then it's inside 50. So you have to be able to stop that at the first or second kick. Second or third kick even. You just can't allow such luxuries because contested marks on the wing are huge. They help get you to the next contest and go from there. 13 marks inside 14, so pretty close on that front. Contested marks 12-4, so a lot of hard work from us. We were good in the air at least. Not so much Port. They didn't really have to be because they had a lot of uncontested situations with their dynamic movement. They led the entire match, so deserved to win. Would have been an all-time steal if it was a draw. Would have been all-time robbery if we found a way to win. Out-tackled, so that makes sense. They had much more of the ball though. 19 tackles inside 50 to 12. 1% is pretty even. Usually we do pretty well in that category. But Port were switched on. Just imagine if you get that consistency every week rather than just a once-in-a-lifetime performance. I think Ken would be pretty happy with that. Try and do that in September once in your life. Over to the votes. What have we got? Votes were really tough. But Zach Guthrie was outstanding. He kicked a goal, had 24. I think that's his second week he's kicked a goal. 24 from a nice 100-metre penalty from Rioli, who's one of the biggest flogs of all time. Absolute crazy man he is. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. So he kicked a goal, 24, 7 marks, 3 tackles. Also got a clearance, almost 600 metres game. But he was outstanding. Stewart lowered his colours, probably didn't have the best game of all time. He probably had a shocker, really, on his lofty standards. But Guthrie was brilliant. He's so tough. He's so courageous. He backs himself in. He knows when to go. It's pretty rare that I'm giving 3 votes to a bloke that's playing half back or even back pocket potentially. But yeah, he's just super reliable and yeah, just love the way he goes about it. 2 votes. I will go with, I think I've got it in mind, Tyson Stengel. He's my man. He kicked 4, had the 10 touches, 4 marks, a clearance, and a goal assist. So yeah, led to 5 direct goals for Stengel. So that was almost a third of our score, just a touch over a third of our score. It was absolutely clutch. Big time moments came along, and he delivered even late. He kicked that goal to give us a really good sniff late to bring it back to 7. I'm pretty sure. He's had a remarkable season thus far. He's been great. Out of contract too also helps. Helps the motivation levels a little bit, but love his work ethic and work rate. 1 vote, I'll go to Jez. He had the 1 goal, 1, 18, 4 marks, a couple of clearances, a few goal assists. Yeah, he plays and we score. So whether that's score involvements, goal assists, goals himself, he was kicked a big goal from 50 when we needed it. And set up a couple as well. So, again, it's not his best game of all time. It's not, he's played better games, that's for sure. But, I thought his role was really valuable for us. Maxi Holmes was pretty solid at the 21, 6 marks, 7 tackles, goal assist. He cracks in super hard every week. Quick, speedy operator, which we definitely need. Grime Myers had 21 touches, 2 marks, 6 tackles, 3 clearances. He was, it didn't have the same 21 as he potentially normally had. He was under a lot of pressure, and Port were all over that. But he was still able to hit the scoreboard. Nice goal for us, and still get involved with the chain. Duncan had 21, 6 marks, 3 tackles, a clearance, goal assist. Yeah, he was okay, but he's kicking. It lets him down sometimes. Maybe the conditions weren't too great. Maybe a little bit tired, but he just doesn't hit. We're so used to him hitting every target, just lace out, and that's not always going to happen. But just a little bit off for Mitchy Boy on the night. Tommy Atkins had the 16, 11 tackles, which was outstanding. 6 clearances and a goal assist. He definitely picked up in that sort of 3rd term, 4th term. I don't know what we were doing in the first half, but we might just have to wipe that clear from the memory. But I thought he was tough, and nearly as many tackles as touches. He doesn't let you down there. He'll always give 110%. Over to Parfitt, he had the 13, 10 tackles, 5 clearances, goal assists. Had some good moments, had some shaky moments as well, but definitely cracked in heavily on the tackle front, which good to see some pressure. That's what we like. Blitz battled valiantly in the ruck. He had the 14 touches, took 1 mark, 5 tackles, 20 hitouts, 5 clearances. So, he got involved and definitely got some territory for us. Played, a lot of game time, probably more than normal than he'd like to. A little fumble late, which, if he got it, he would have yeeted it 60. But, he had a good go at it. De Koning had 15 touches, 5 marks, tackle, clearance, a few hitouts. So it was good to see Sam get a little bit more of the ball and fly for his marks. I don't think he's taken 5 marks this year, so it was in a single game, but that was better from Sam. Stewart had a relatively off night, 18 touches, still nearly 400 metres gained, goal assist, a few tackles, but McEntee went to him, and whether McEntee was actually watching the ball or not, or whether he was just looking at his opponent the whole game in every single marking contest and not paid a free kick against, I know, but just observing. Stewart didn't handle it well, and they moved into the wing to sort of free him up a bit. I would have put him in the guts when we were struggling in the guts, but maybe they thought Parfitt and Atkins have to play there, or that's about the only position they could play. Anyway, swings and roundabouts mentioned about Stengel. Cole Jason's game was okay. I thought he was pretty steady down back. Had the 17 touches, 4 marks. Having a good season, I think. And I think Riola kicked a couple on him. I don't know if they were all his fault, but I think, at least a couple was on Rioli, a couple maybe undefendable, but yeah, he also kicked a few tin-ass goals as well, as he does. Cameron Guthrie, 16, took a mark, 5 tackles, 7 clearances, so got involved a little bit in the stoppage. You're probably our leading clearance getter there. Wouldn't have got a lot of territory off the back of it. Lost my bearings. There we go. Guthrie, he's just not quite himself and not racking up those numbers. We know he can. Well, 57% game time. So it looks like they're managing his minutes significantly. But even when he was out there, it felt like he was just not quite the same Guthrie we've seen. Hopefully, give him a few more weeks. He'll be better for the run and he'll come good. Hopefully we see, Guthrie back close to his best, back to his 2022 best. Or at least close enough to it. Doesn't have to be 2022. Hawk, record equaling game, and congrats to Hawk. Obviously, it's a massive achievement and milestone, has to be said. Equaling Joel Selwood speaks to longevity and great teamsmanship and selflessness to be in the game this long. So he kicked one, had the 7 touches, 3 marks, 7 hit-outs, a couple of tackles, hit up at the ball a few times. So, better than what he has been. And what he has been, of recent times is definitely out of form, whilst somewhat being, playing more of a role as opposed to being the focal point. Look, he was better, but comfortably beat him, I'd have to say. It sounds like he's out for a rest next week, which has been confirmed by Scotty himself. And I think, he definitely needs it. Rowan was good. He had the couple of goals, 7 touches, 3 marks, 3 tackles. He gets involved. High energy kind of player, and it was good to see him, clunk a few and really good, overhead contested mark on Elia, and ended up making the most of his possessions, 7 touches, a couple of goals. So good to see Rowan back, and we're probably going to need him up forward a little bit, especially with the Hawk out. Get Neil in, hopefully. O'Connor, 14 touches. He had 3 marks, a tackle, clearance, goal assist. Look, it was okay, I felt, but again, I don't know if he was tagging and that went wrong. I didn't pay that close attention to the tag. All I could see was Horn Francis walking out of the centre every 5 seconds, and I was screaming. So that's how it goes. But look, he was all right. Very close, played well. He had 11 touches, 2 goals, 3 marks. From his disposals there. So, look, he was a focal point up forward. Unfortunately missed that one late, but, he's generally a dead-eye dick in front of goal and played well. Ollie Dempsey was good, I felt. He kicked one, very crucial one before three-quarter time, where the crowd was up and about. I was up and about. He had the 13 touches, 3 marks, clearance, tackle, goal assist. So, he's just getting involved with helping his teammates get into the game, and when he's a focal point up forward, it's good to see. Jai Clark had 11, 4 tackles and a clearance from his 58% game time. Gosh, if he could just be clean for once, I'd be a happy character. He just, chest marks dropped, tries to go for the ball, fumble. I know he's going to be a gun. I know it. It's just so frustrating when you see it week after week. Just hold the ball. Just literally, all you got to do is just handle the ball. I say this because you've got players in the top 10. They're absolute guns. They're super clean off the get-go. And we've got first top 10 pick in 10, 20 years. Who knows? I don't know. That we've picked from the draft. Probably 10, 20 years. And it's just, you see other players just take the competition by storm. And you get what you think is a gun. He's going to be a gun. It's just so frustrating right at the moment where he's just not quite. He just keeps fumbling the ball. And he wasn't alone, but it's just a gripe I've got, and I just keep seeing it, and it just kills me. I hate backing the young blokes because they're so young and they're getting sucked into it. But I just see other blokes like Harley Reid's probably a bad example because he's number 1 pick and a generational player potentially, but just other players like Nick Dacos, just clean, just be clean, please. My God. I was put more into that than I did last night. Last night was pretty vocal, I must say. in the stands there. But over to Mullen, he had the 10 touches, looked really good, 5 tackles, took a mark, clearance. I assume he tagged Butters because Butters went quiet, and then all of a sudden we were on top. So yeah, it's amazing when you stop it at the source and fix it at the source on the other side of the coin. Ollie Henry kicked a goal, 7 touches, 2 marks, got a tackle in there as well. Yeah, he had a chance late, didn't quite get the job done there, but he was able to slot one through for us, and he's usually 2 or 3 a week, which is pretty substantial, I must say. Didn't quite have his best week, didn't quite get the delivery he would have liked. Over to Jack Henry, he had the 8 touches, 3 marks, a tackle. It was handy down back. I think did well in some contests. Didn't allow any Bailey Fritsch moments. Well, I could be wrong there, but hopefully not. Reece had 3 touches, 3 handballs, 10 hit-outs, a tackle, clearance, goal assist. Might have been the only thing he did well for the game, but I can't even think of the Port's ruckman's name. He's that young, but yeah, I think even if Conway's not quite 100%, I think Reece can sort of step aside for a little while and see what Conway's made of it. I think, Reece has struggled significantly the last couple of weeks, and that's, it's unfortunate. I do like Reece, and I know he's been battered from pillar to post over his career and maligned at times, but I mean, objectively, and I'm not throwing the baby out with the bathwater here, but he hasn't been performing the last 3 weeks. He's had 3 pretty poor performances, and he looks like he's struggling physically. So, I'm hopefully being objective as possible there, and he's struggling. So hopefully, we can throw someone else in the mix. All right, so we've got. Have we come from like 6-day break to 6-day break to 6-day break? So what have we done here? We've had. What did we play? Saturday into Saturday, I think. Yeah, all right, 7 days. So it's going to be 7 days into 6 days, and then it's another 6 days. Jeez. That's a tall ask. And then we've got 8 or 9 day break after that. So, look, it's a tough game. I mean, before the season, I picked the Suns in this game. We'll see how they go this weekend. I think that'll largely determine how I go here. I think we're the better side on paper, but Gold Coast they're a banana peel game for us every time. Every single year, you just never quite know what they're going to do. They're inconsistent, and we've had a little bit of a form patch, but purely that we don't lose 3 in a row very often. And I know last year we lost 3 in a row 3 times. Very much an anomaly and a year of just exploration, and more so just a year of injury and recovery from the grand final, more so. Only because of that alone, I reckon we'll win. It's going to be close. But I'm more thinking, it's I don't know. I feel like the Suns love it up there. Yeah, it's really tough because I think the Suns will love these conditions. I'm leaning more towards the Suns at the moment than us. I think we've got the better side, the better system, the better process, and the better everything. But just don't think we've played here. It's going to be tough going. We have had some good wins away, must be said. But I think the Suns will get the job done. I hope I'm wrong. We'll see who I tip, but they're very good up there, and we'll see how we go. All right, well that's all, guys. It was Port in Geelong by a goal. Gosh, absolutely. I feel like I need to take a shower after saying that. But, super frustrating result. Love the fight back and, respect the fellas for digging in deep to bring us back into it. My only ask is don't get 49 points down in the first place and just be better than that. Sort it out when you get 3 goals down or 4 goals down, and don't let it get to such desperate stakes. And super stoked with the fight back, and we never give up. That's the beauty of us, and that's something we always pride ourselves on. Unfortunately, that you get what you deserve at the end of the day. Well, I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of me being salty. after losing. I hate losing, and nothing worse than losing at home to teams that never beat us at home, haven't beaten us there for 17 years, and now they're carrying on like they've won the premiership, and we're in May. So, yeah, if Port could figure that how to do that in finals, maybe they'd have some silverware, but that remains to be seen. So, good luck, Ken, and Port Adelaide. All right, that's all, folks. Comment your thoughts on the game. Interested to see what you guys think. So like the video and subscribe away, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. See you then.